New South Wales coach Michael Maguire is standing by. Madge, your first campaign, a big hurdle selecting your first team. How difficult was it?
Look, it was different, mate, I suppose, both with the ins and outs of what could have been, but I'm really pleased with the players I got. I spent a fair bit of time, as I've mentioned a number of times, of building a wider squad, because everyone's sort of told me that anything can happen in this situation, and obviously through the circumstances, players are going to get great opportunity, which makes it exciting.
You picked an informed team. They're tough, they're powerful. It looks like with a defensive mindset. Was that your thinking?
A little bit of that, but I think when you look at the team too, we've got some pretty decent attack across the park. So I just want hungry players, and it's something there that I see that what we're trying to build within the blue jersey is a real hungry, mobile team, and that's something there that I'd like to think reflects in the selection of the players.
Hey, Madge, it's Gordy Tallis here. Obviously, it's a big decision. Edwards over Tedesco. Why did you go with that decision?
Yeah, Gordy, I mean, obviously, a decision like that's massive. I've got huge respect for Teddy, and I guess I just felt it was time. And the one thing around Dylan, the consistency that I've seen him play for such a long period of time. He's done, he's been in amongst 4 grand finals and won 3, and he's a Clive Churchill medalist, and I guess when. And I just felt now's the right time to bring that change, and I just see Dylan, he's an Origin player.
Yeah, and obviously another big decision is the captaincy. Why Jakey? It's really hard for a Queenslander to hate him, mate. Could you pick someone that we didn't like?
Yeah, nice, Gordy. I guess Jakey's a people's person, and I sort of see the team. I'd like to think that we've got the 9 million people in New South Wales getting behind the team, and someone like Jake can represent that with his passion and the way he goes about things. Represents who we are as a group. So I felt it was an easy decision to be able to allow Jakey just to express himself the way he is. I don't want him to change too much. I just want to make sure he gets that passion out there.
Hey, Madge, I saw you at Shark Park Saturday night. After the game, I was worried about Nicho Hynes, made a couple of errors. His calf played up a little bit and he didn't come back out, but you've obviously got enormous confidence to pick him under those circumstances when there's a little bit of a doubt, and he didn't play great the other night.
Yeah, Buzz, that's one game, and I guess he was probably aware that he was pretty close to getting the opportunity in Origin. And look, I've been around long enough as a coach to know that sometimes that can be in the forefront of the player's mind. And but if you take that game away, well, he's been one of the form halfbacks in the competition. So I've got full confidence in what Nicho's going to be able to do, and had confirmed today that his calf's better than where it was. So I guess. He had the team had a bit of a tough night out the other night, but Nicho's pulled up really well today, so he's in really good spirits.
Yeah, also want to ask you, mate, about Cameron McGuinness. I know you've been in his fan club for a long time. They tell me when you were coaching the West Tigers and Cronulla were trying to prize him out of St George, you were nearly got him at the West Tigers.
Yeah, well, I love his character. I've known Cam for a long time, obviously through his days as he was coming through South, and he represents what I believe this jersey stands for. He's tough, he's passionate, every player wants to play with him, and obviously he was a player that I've been looking at and very keen on, especially at that time, but now I get to have Camo back with me, and I'm looking forward to him building his path in the Origin jersey.
Hey Madge, Brent Reid here. Another bloke or a debutant in this game, Joey Suaalii. I know you've known him for a long time, Joe, but there were some people who didn't think he should be eligible for selection, including one bloke at this table.
Well, sorry for having an opinion, Brent. He's going to rugby union.
What was your what's the thought process
on Saturday night, Reedy?
What's the thought process there, Madge, for Joey?
Well, I've known Joey since he was 13, and I know his dreams. I obviously tried to sign Joey as a young kid coming through, so you get to know your people, and Joey's as passionate about rugby league, as any of us. And I guess I'm living in the now, and he's been performing really well for his club, and he deserves everything that he gets. And in time now he'll move on to that part of what he's doing in his life. But I know Joey's going to be sensational for us.
Madge, it's intriguing. Queensland obviously picked Harry Grant and Selwyn Cobbo on the bench. So they've got covered for the outside backs, so they have an injury there. You've gone with 4 forwards. What will you do if you get an injury in the outside backs?
Yeah, I've got cover there ready. I'm not going to give up my secrets, but I've definitely got cover there, and I'm fortunate that I know a few coaches that have been able to put their players defending in the centres and doing a bit of work there, so I'm really confident in how we can go about things.
Madge, opinions been divided over the number 9 jersey. Robson, you chose over Coruscant. Reason for that?
Yeah. Yeah, big decision, that one, Braith. Obviously, I've got history with Happy, very close. And I guess at this moment in time, I just felt that both sides of the game for Reece, he's covering it. And I feel that, he's the right man for the moment. And, I'm really confident in what he can do with the ball, but I just love how he defends.
Madge, as a Queenslander, I'm sort of happy that Latrell Mitchell is not in the New South Wales side. He's such a strike weapon. I watched him and Tommy pull Queensland apart a couple of years ago. That must have been a tough decision.
Yeah, Gordy, I guess one thing I've sort of gone about is picking a team that I feel, in my opinion, is performing really well at this moment in time. And I'm really confident with the guys that I've selected. And albeit, down the track, whatever happens. But this group that I've picked now, I've spent a lot of time talking to players and understanding those players, and that's the reasons why I've picked this group. I've got a lot of belief in what we're going to be able to build this week, and as I said, I can't wait to see this group together and working hard, because every single character is at the best or at the top end of their game, and we're going to be able to build a good strength amongst us.
Madge, I think you've done a great job selecting the team. You've got a strong, powerful, in-form side in that Blues team, and I think you're going to do a great job. So go and get them, mate, and good luck.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
There he is, Blues coach Michael Maguire in his first ever Origin game as coach, and he's made some big calls, none bigger than Dylan Edwards at fullback. Did James Tedesco deserve to be dropped?
I don't think he did, Braith. I've said it over and over and time again. 22 Origin games in a row, New South Wales captain, Australian captain. I don't think he's ever let his state down.
Reedy, we've lost the last two series.
Can I finish?
Australia was beaten 30-0. He was fullback and captain.
Buzz, he warranted being picked for at least game one. If they'd come out in game one, lost game one, make a change. But I don't think you axe the Australian, New South Wales and Australian captain. That's my opinion, Buzz. Sorry for having one, as you always say.
No. Well, my point is, Dylan Edwards has played in the last 4 grand finals. I think he won a Churchill medal in one of them, didn't he? And he's won 3.
With a broken foot.
I understand Dylan Edwards has been outstanding. I don't deny that.
And what I tried to say earlier was loyalty is never permanent. Yeah. You've got to pick the best player in each position. Madge promised he'd do that, and he's done it.
Yeah. I think the headline should have been congratulations, because Teddy has been a wonderful player at Origin level and at rep level, but Dylan Edwards has been knocking on, and they don't lose, right? So, there's no losers here. Obviously, there isn't.
Well, there is, Gordon.
How?
Teddy loses.
Well,
He's lost his New South Wales jersey. And
so then Dylan Edwards would have lost then.
Well, no, he had nothing to lose.
Who's the better player? So take out their names, take out who's the better player now.
Just because they're playing better at club level, that doesn't mean they're better suited. You know that better than anyone, Gordy.
I do.
They're not as... Doesn't mean they're better suited to Origin.
But Buzz just said he lost his last game as Australian captain 30-0, and he's lost the last 2 series.
Dylan Edwards played that game, didn't he?
You know what? With these sort of situations, I would have loved to have seen him get a little tap a week ago. And just said, look, you're not going to be picked. And allow him to go out with a press conference and call it quits.
But he's not retiring.
He didn't want to go out.
Yeah, I know.
He hasn't retired.
Yeah.
And what happens if Edwards plays
But he's
poorly
getting on.
one?
It's going to be hard for him to get back in the side. We know
But
Edwards is going to
you think
perform.
Edwards should be in the team?
Yes, I do.
And you stand by that?
Have you got a tape of something?
Well, let's have a look at what you said a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, well...
Because you wanted to... We'll just...
The fullback debate, in my view, is almost over. I think Teddy, the last 3 weeks, has been outstanding since coming back, and I don't even regard that a topic now. That's your best ever stitch-up.
Why?
What, have you never changed your mind, Braith?
I have plenty of times, Buzz.
How long ago was that said?
That was last week.
Oh, it wasn't last week.
It was pretty close.
You change your tune very quickly.
Mate...
No, listen, Buzz, I'll look after you. I'll look after you, because...
you look after me. You just put that up there. How's that looking after me?
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing. But
What, you're meant to change your mind? Mate, I sat there on Saturday night at Shark Park and watched that Edwards live for the first time in a long while.
Okay, did you watch Teddy
And what he did, I watched just before I went down to Shark Park.
He was pretty good.
Teddy was good too.
I'm sorry If I have said that, well, I've got no comeback, do I?
But you're trying to have one now.
There's plenty of tapes we'll pull out of you.
If I could try to tape, see you, no chance. Now, in all honesty, though, I'll peel it back. Look, Gary, you don't hold a grudge,
I've
do you?
never walked off this show.
You can go if you like. Now, listen, I said it all along. You could have picked either of these players. I think what's hard is that Teddy's actually been in really good form this year. Yeah. That's why it's hard. But in saying that, Edwards has been in great form for a number of years. He's won 3 premierships. Why are you looking at me smiling for, Buzz? We've got to move on at some point. and I can understand the reason for it. Madge is a new coach. He's made a big call, and he's backing it. Like, it's as simple as that. His back five are strong. Like, they're big, powerful back. Not that Teddy isn't, but he's got an in-form back five. Apart from tall, they're all tall. They're all good under the high ball. But most importantly for New South Wales is they've got to win the middle. And with the back five that they've got there and the starts to their sets, you've got To'o, Crichton, Suaalii, Lomax, Edwards bringing the ball back, starting their sets of 6, getting those quick play the balls one after the other, gives the forwards time to come back, readjust and then come off the back fence. That's an advantage that is big in Origin because field position is everything, especially for the halves. But they need to get that right because that's exactly where it's probably the area they are stronger than Queensland in, and they need to get that right.
Would you have been better bearing that in mind, Braith? It looks like they're going to play a real power game right through the middle of the field. Reece Robson's a hooker. Would it not have been better with Appy's craft around dummy half with those big forwards? That would seem more conducive to that.
I would have went with
more
Appy.
subtlety.
I would have went with Appy.
But fellas, what you got to think about with Appy, he started the year with a bang, and the West Tigers looked all right for a month. They have lost their last 8, and he's been wounded for a lot. And I don't think his form.
Oh, he's been pretty good, Buzz.
He's been
pretty
pretty
good. The team
good.
that's been struggling, he's been really good. Appy Coruscant.
I can
He's
understand.
trying his hardest. There's not much more he can do.
Yeah, I know that, but people traditionally in weak sides that have won 3 spoons don't get rep football opportunities.
Yeah.
And he's paying the penalty for being at an ordinary club.